of running the Australian economy.
On that matter, and also reports the government's reviewing the school kids bonus and superannuation tax concessions as it tries to fill the ever-increasing revenue budget hole. I spoke to the Shadow Treasurer, Joe Hockey, from Parramatta in Sydney earlier in the day. Joe Hockey, you've accused Labor of hypocrisy for reviewing the school kids bonus and superannuation tax concessions. But when circumstances change, shouldn't government priorities and commitments also change?
Well, the fact is that circumstances aren't changing, Kieran. The government gets every single number wrong. And they don't just get it wrong once, they get it wrong every year. And so what happens is, last week they were advertising the school kids bonus. This week they say they're going to abolish it. Last budget they said they were not going to change superannuation ever again. This week they're saying they're going to change superannuation. And still, Bill Shorten is the same Financial Services Minister, the same Superannuation Minister. Chris Bowen's the same person that said in his book, which he published only a week ago, that superannuation needs stability. Now they're flagging changes. So you can't believe a single thing Labor says from day to day or week to week, let alone electoral term to electoral term.
If you're Treasurer, and we don't know when the election will be exactly, but over the next couple of months, you're the one who's going to have to balance the books. Do you concede that you might have to revise some of the coalition's commitments?
Well, we have been entirely consistent, Kieran, throughout the last few years. I said 5 years ago Labor would never deliver a surplus. I've been proven right. I said that Labor would break through $300 billion of debt. I've been proven right. In all these circumstances, everything they promise turns to custard, as my mum would say. Everything turns to custard. You just can't believe what they promise, because ultimately they don't know how to govern. They don't know how to govern on borders, they don't know how to govern in relation to climate change, and they don't know how to govern, certainly when it comes to the budget.
Now, Kevin Rudd has launched a television advertising blitz on the Labor government's economic record, comparing the government's debt levels with other developed economies. Comparatively, it does look good, doesn't it?
Well, there's a few things there, Kieran. I doubt it's a blitz. Usually Kevin Rudd has one ad that runs on one or two stations once or twice, and that's about it. So let's not pretend it's a blitz. That's what their spin suggests. Secondly, Kevin Rudd again doesn't tell the full story. Firstly, we've had the fastest growth in government debt in modern history under Kevin Rudd. He didn't explain that. Secondly, he didn't remind people that he inherited $70 billion of net assets. Now we are breaking through $300 billion of gross debt. He didn't tell the people that. Thirdly, he didn't say that the Labor Party has broken its debt limit on a number of occasions. Firstly, it broke the $70 billion debt limit, then it broke the $200 billion debt limit, then the $250 billion debt limit, now the $300 billion debt limit. He didn't say that. And finally, he didn't point out that Japan and the United States are able to fund themselves or get funding for their significant amounts of debt. The Europeans guarantee each other. Australia is a small, open economy in the world, representing less than 2% of the world economy. And we do not fund ourselves as a nation. We rely heavily on borrowing from the rest of the world. And that means that over 80% of the government's borrowings have to come from overseas, which dramatically increases the risks for our capital markets, should there be uncertainty and instability. See, Kevin Rudd doesn't talk about those things because he is the master of debt. He's waiting to get, Kieran, he wants to get a green light to further increase the debt so he can spend as much as he can prior to the election.
Another thing Labor can point to is the AAA credit rating, which Australia has from all the major ratings agencies, and yet your finance spokesman Andrew Robb this morning said that when Lehman Brothers collapsed, it had a AAA credit rating. That bank had a AAA rating. He asked, so what does a AAA really amount to? Isn't he questioning the importance of the ratings agencies?
No, the AAA rating is important, and it was the coalition that actually got the AAA rating after Labor lost it last in government. So frankly, we're the ones that have done the heavy lifting on AAA, not Labor. But you can lose it quickly. You can lose your AAA rating quickly when you have structural challenges. And as I said, the problem is Australia does not fund itself as a nation. We rely heavily on borrowing money from the rest of the world every year to fund ourselves. So that means that we can lose it very quickly. And what Andrew Robb was saying was exactly that. 1 minute you can have the AAA rating, the next minute it can be gone. And that certainly happened with Lehman Brothers. And it could happen for Australia again if we do not get the budget under control and if Kevin Rudd continues to increase the debt to fund his electoral promises.
It does sound like Mr Robb is downplaying the worth of the AAA rating, though, when he asked, what does a AAA rating amount to?
Well, no, I don't agree with that, Kieran. I'd say to you the AAA does matter, and I say it matters more now after the GFC than any other time because our banks rely heavily on a strong sovereign credit rating to lower their cost of funds when they go into the international wholesale capital markets to raise money to lend to Australians. So it does matter, and Andrew knows that, and we all know that. But what we've said, and what Andrew said, was that it can be easily lost. It can be easily lost. It can be dramatically lost. And it's no guarantee, a AAA rating is no guarantee to prevent failures, and it wasn't in the case of Lehman, and it certainly won't be a guarantee against failures of the Rudd government.
Shadow Treasurer Joe Hockey joining me from Parramatta Stadium today, the land of the mighty Eels. Thanks very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thanks, mate. Good luck to you.